Shalom to Jew and Gentile. King David Ministry, 20-minute book highlights. We're reading from this book again, The Secret History of Human Resets, The Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 Plasma Event, The Biblical Flood and Other Historical Reset Theories by Donnie Davis. Page 108 of the book, if you have the book at hand or access to the book maybe online. Malvern. Beautiful buildings constructed by unskilled convicts and gold miners, ? Charles Newton was a photographer. Forgive me, that doesn't say Newton. Nettleton, if that's pronounced properly, forgive me. Was a photographer in Australia who took many of the historic photographs we have of Australia today, especially of Melbourne. The population of Melbourne was extremely small compared to the extent of its build out between the years of 1850 to 1880. In 1851, the city of Melbourne had a population of only 23,000 individuals. However, the forgive me, I can't pronounce that word, if you could for me. Population surged from 37,000 in 861 to 55,000 in 871. Cabbage Patch Kids, maybe. Cloning, and subsequently reached 66 in 1881 and 73,000 in 1891. Thankfully, this small population of 35,000 had a beautiful post office. You can see that one lonely guy out there waiting to deliver a handwritten letter to a special someone. So this is a Melbourne post office, man. They claim these buildings as their own, okay, people, all right. The mud flood happened, there was a takeover that happened, yeah, and these people took this opportunity, man. Look, this building here is Tartarian, man. Following a royal commission in 1854, the building of a new asylum at KEW began in 1864. KEW, I can't pronounce it, forgive me, is a suburb of Melbourne. Asylums for the insane were of such enormous importance in this time period that citizens dedicated the most beautiful buildings for this purpose. Convicts and gold miners were talented construction workers, but poor landscapers. They had trouble making anything grow on the lawn. A bit of sarcasm thrown in there, I think, by the author. These buildings already there, man. Aerial photo of Melbourne and muddy. So the mud flood, so aerial photo, muddy city, man, in 1867. This Burke Street looking west from Spring Street, 1861, showing an empty, muddy city. Empty, muddy city. Look, people, something happened. They're trying to hide it. There was a reset, man. And that's why they tampered with my phone, man, because I didn't want all this information coming forth, especially the one about the Admiralty Law, man, how they use the Admiralty Law to steal our lands and estates, okay? I'm at the centre of the Jacobites, yeah. Me and my people wouldn't even be in these societies yet if we hadn't been took as prisoners of war, do you understand? Unfortunately, you get some people, yeah, and of my family who are part of secret societies, yeah, who knew this information already, man. And they purposely work so hard to try and stop me, especially, from knowing the name of the living creator higher, and to know that we are the Israelites, yeah. My mum also said that we're from Scotland, yeah. But I'm a big threat, yeah, to their society, because it means, yeah, I'm going to wake other people up, yeah, to then question things, to then say and demand we want our lands and estates back. The ones that you stole, man, with the Admiralty Law, using a straw man in this wicked matrix, okay? And I'm going to do this, yeah, for the Jew and Gentile. I'm going to do this, yeah, so the kids have a better future as well, man, do you understand? And so division is gone away, and we all come together, man. All right, no division. Melbourne, and you saw how they harassed me with the police helicopters and cars, man, do you understand? Like, they try and make out they're pulling up, yeah, to Tesco's, yeah, just for a different reason, yeah, but it just so happens that they turn up the exact same time, yeah, that I arrived, man. The one prisoner of war, yeah, and there's others out there now also who's posting information on social media, exposing the wicked secret societies and the people that took me and my people over, okay? We are prisoners of war. They break the Third Geneva Convention laws, man, you understand? If I was you, I'll be quaking in my boots, man, because the living creator, he's not very happy with what you just did there before already today, man, you understand? Melbourne Hospital, 1870, constructed between 1846 and 1848. These buildings already here, man. The Melbourne Bank of Australia was built in 1878. It's claimed as their own. The victors get to write history, and son, that's why they have an indoctrination system lying to the children, man. Alfred Hospital, Melbourne, 1870. Construction began in 1869. This photograph was taken by Charles Nettleton. Yeah, Nettleton. I think it looks like it says. May the 14th, 1885, showing workmen digging the moat around Fort Queenscliff. The fort was constructed in 1860. Is this building older than we are told? Sydney, a large city erected overnight. Like every Australian city, Sydney began with convicts. Gold rush followed. It seemed that gold miners and convicts would have been equally unskilled at quarrying and assembling stone for neoclassical buildings, but they defied everyone's expectations. Sydney was allegedly in the middle of nowhere when constructed. Okay, so it was already there before, man. You understand? Like, they can't claim that shit, man. It doesn't make any sense. 1860, Sydney advanced architecture, empty and muddy. Pictures in the late 1850s and early 1860s of Sydney shows beautiful buildings in an empty, muddy city. Beautiful cities, beautiful buildings in a muddy city, man. Mud flood. Got some more here. Herald Office, Pitt Street, Sydney. And that's why, see, we shouldn't be paying for electric or anything, man. You understand? It should all be free from the ether, man. Tartaria had that going, man. That system going. These guys took it down, man. Sydney University, quadrangle site of Australia's first tennis courts. They just claimed it as their own, man. Sydney Observatory, 1860. The indigenous to the Australasia is the line of Ham. The Aboriginals, man, who've been pushed off, man, their lands, you understand? They need to have their lands back, man, you understand? Be back in control of their lands, just like me and more people need to be back in control of our lands. Webster's 1828 dictionary definition of what American is: a tropical tribe founded by the Europeans. The city, 1900, Sydney, horse and buggies move in. The city is now fully reset and ready for the horse and buggy people. Time to move in. All them clones I must have brought in as well, man, you understand? Streets of Sydney in the 1900s. Bustling now, man. Don't forget they had electric vehicles and everything, man. It's just like they had phones and everything back in the day, man. You understand? It's just it's just old technology brought back, reintroduced, man. Do you understand? This is the Queen Victoria building in the Victoria Markets in 1900s. The Romanesque Revival building was constructed between 1893 and 1898 and is 98 feet wide by 62 feet long. The domes were built by Ritchie Brothers, a steel and metal company that also built trains and trams and farm equipment. Some other pictures here. All these grand buildings, you understand, that they claim as their own, man. Last little bit. Australia was allegedly populated by unskilled convicts and gold rushers in the 1800s. We are to believe that these people were incredible stonemasons and somehow built all these beautiful buildings using hand tools, whatever. Lies. We now know the truth, man. It is amazing that criminals and gold rush built these quarries and erected these buildings. Well, criminals actually built all of our societies in the Western world, man. All criminals stealing people's lands and estates, man. You understand? Criminals, man, using papa balls, man. You understand? And hid. And yo, you best believe, man, I'm the high priest of Israel, man. The one designed to come forth, man. I'm just doing what I'm designed to do, man. You understand? Expose, and wait upon the Most High to fuck up, man. Do you understand? But hid all these cranes right before the cities. Sorry for swearing, yeah. But yo, sometimes, yeah, it's got to be done, man. But hid all these cranes right before the cities were photographed. These buildings were settled in by the horse and buggy people. Shortly thereafter, did a few people who lived in Sydney quarry these blocks and build all these buildings, or are the buildings already there from a previous civilization and modern people just move into it? Yeah, they did, man. The colonizers moved in. Did Columbus colonize America? Yeah, they came into our lands, man, and they interrupted the natives' ways, man. You understand? The 10 tribes got seized on their lands, man. You understand? My brothers and sisters, man. I'm from the Southern Kingdom. You're from the Northern Kingdom, man. I'm bringing us back together under the law of the living Creator to get your shit back, man. All people of the whole world, man. You understand? You need to look at this information and let it sink in, man, that the Most High ain't fucking about, man. He wants you to bring restitution for him, for his people, man. His children, man. The Israelites. Did Cook colonise Australia? How do you account for the fact that the buildings may have already been there before most of the population arrived? Perhaps Australia's modern civilization is living on the bones of a previous civilization. Yeah, they are, man. And that's why I say we want restitution. You understand? Anyway, 20-minute book read highlights done. Tick off the list, man. Being on the spectrum, man, autistic, ADHD, man, dyslexic, yeah, so forgive me for my reading sometimes, yeah, but yo, the ADHD gives me drive, man, you best believe. The autism gives me focus, great focus, man, you understand, like, and routine, man, you understand? Praise higher, higher forever and ever. Till next time, Shally in, and peace.